Hi, and happy Friday. I wanted to reach out to professionals who are looking to create an area for the child to regulate their nervous system. So this area is a place within the setting. So if it's a school, it's part of maybe the classroom or just outside the classroom. But it's a place, even at home, that you can create. Now, my aim for it is to enable the child to go to this safe space, to know what's there, to know that there are tools on this table for them to regulate back down. So it needs to have the bounce scale. So it needs to have that scale point to sort of say to the child, where are you now? The fact that you've left the classroom means you're wobbly, you're a 3. So how, looking at the tools here, how can this area support you? How can it regulate you back down to a place where you feel safe, your nervous system is calmer, and that you can go back to the classroom and access learning? That's what this area is going to be. So I'm thinking to create, yes, it's going to have the motivational statements because it's all about positive affirmations. And if you're in that spiral of, I can't do it, you need to read somewhere that you can. Ideally, they would be in the classroom anyway. So it would be part of the ethos. But if it's not, it's there. So you can look around and go, okay, I am good enough. Yes, I learn from my mistakes, whatever it might be. So yes, I'm thinking there'll be motivational posters, affirmations, those kind of growth mindsets. But there's also the scale. There's also the sort of coping mechanisms, whether it's the breathing, so whether it is a pack of the cards to remind the child. These shouldn't be standalone, by the way. There's absolutely no point having, I'm trying to think, I haven't got any packs anywhere, but, having a pack of stuff, so some Post-it notes, and off you go and learn. And you look there, you're like, okay, breathe in through my mouth, there might be 6, for goodness sake. So they need to have done them in the classroom, they need to have done them within a support group, at home. They need to know this shouldn't be alien to them. So there might be breathing techniques. There might be some therapy so that they feel more grounded and back in their body by squeezing it. But they need to know why they're doing it as well. This isn't a fidget toy. This is my brain needs to ground back down and it needs to feel safe, and it does that if I do this. So it does that if I squeeze on therapy. It does that if I use twiddly toy, whatever it might be. But it does it, and that's my thing, and that's what I'm going to use because I'm dysregulated, obviously in child speak. But I'm a 3. To come to a 2, I do this and this. So it needs to sort of be that sort of method. I'm going to create a method, a sort of process. Step 1, where are you now? Step 2, what would work for you right now? This or this. Too many things would be overwhelming. This or this, right? Do it and then reflect. Yeah. I'm also thinking of some nice MP4 clips that have that kind of calming music, and I don't mean calming music. What I mean is those sort of 60 beats per minute and less to kind of slow that, slow the system down, because you start mirroring, don't you? You hear that kind of pattern, sort of bilateral beats or whatever it might be, and your body will respond to that. If you're overwhelmed visually, so having something in front of you, so let's say it's on a tablet, you would look at it and you're focusing. you're calming, you're focusing, letting everything else go, just focusing on this, concentrating on your breathing, bringing yourself back down. So that's what I'm thinking off the top of my head. I'm also thinking for the needs of all children. I remember many a time working in a social, emotional and mental health setting, SEMH setting, you would have children who would have meltdowns, and having something playing that they loved, like trains, or just something they like, pigs, or didn't matter, but it brought them back. It was the strangest thing. Talking to them, no, that part isn't accessed. Yeah. Breathing techniques, absolutely no point. They are so far up that activation scale to do any of that. So they needed a grounding that worked for them. So I'm also thinking part of this pack needs to have that flexibility of, thinking outside the box a little bit. Not all children like to look at fish, whatever it might be. So it needs to have lots of different things. So I'm thinking there needs to be quite a range of these videos. And with the breathing, maybe there needs to be me or whatever, I don't know. It's in design mode, guiding them through it. It's very tricky because social connection is so important to regulate, and just kind of watching me going through a breathing technique, not sure that sits right with me. But then the other side is going, but they might not have anyone there at that time, because who can, if you're in class, you can't be in the corridor. So it's kind of, I'm asking it as a question. What would you like to see? What works, what doesn't work? I know quite a lot of things that I've tried that was an absolute waste of my time and energy photocopying. But I'm asking you guys. So I would like to know. I'll leave that with you if you put it underneath this video, and I aim to finish it within April. I'm looking at my calendar right now. Within April, because I think it'd be quite a big one. All right.